Hey there, it's Mel C, and this is the Six Figure Chicks podcast. Quick, powerful conversations with women making six figures and beyond. It's a real talk, big wins, and no fluff. Just 15 minutes to get inspired and get you on the go. Together we rise, together we change lives. Hey there, welcome back to Six Figure Chicks podcast. I am joined by Gabrielle Luoma, and she is one of the newest Six Figure Chicks authors. She's going to be in the Global book, which is launching in less than 2 weeks. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining me, Gabrielle.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, and or Gabby, as she says, most everyone calls her. So Gabby, why don't you share your awesomeness with the audience?
Yeah, so I am Gabby, as Mel mentioned, and I'm the CEO of Mod Ventures. We're a fractional controller and CFO business, and we predominantly work with founders who are in the $2 to $10 million range. We help them really prepare for that growth, that scaling.
To take them to double, triple digits.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
the seven figures.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And everyone knows how much I love money. So let's talk about something before we deep dive into your skills and what you've gone through as a business owner. What is one thing that not a lot of people know about you?
Well, I would say most people think that CPAs love math, and I actually flunked algebra, I think 3 times. Yeah. I hated algebra, and this is predominantly my, early schooling, but I was introduced to accounting, and that just really changed it for me. And so basically just changed my complete pursuit of math. And really what I love about accounting is that it can do so much for you. It can actually help you in your business. It's truly a language for business owners if you want to learn it. And I just love it. I feel like it can do so much for you, encourage you, support you, yes, tell you when you're going down the wrong direction, but accounting is really one of my favorite things now.
Why did you like kind of have a thought of what you wanted to do before accounting?
No, I
No.
really did not have much direction as far as what I would enjoy. I've always been kind of both a creative and slightly analytical personality. What in the CPA world, you would say I was more of an auditor than a tax person. So an audit person really is analysis and reviewing things and trying to understand why. In tax, it's more black and white in some respects. So it's just a different side of the brain that I like to use.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, okay. So now talking about your business, how long have you been in business?
Gosh, my business started in 2004. When my daughter was born, I essentially was like, I cannot go back to work for somebody else. I need to find something, And so over the years, I just started taking on clients, and here we are today, over 7-figure business. So yeah.
That's amazing. So kind of thinking back on, your journey through the entrepreneurship world is like a lot of us create the business wearing all the hats, and we've all gone through some challenging times. Yeah. But like, what's a defining moment for you that you faced in your business as it's grown to 7 figures?
I think one of the hardest things for me to accept, or had been to accept, was that I truly became the bottleneck. As things grew and grew, I was the person that was slowing down things. I was the person making all the decisions, and I had to start trusting others and build a team around me instead of, trying to be the smartest person in the room. So it was a big change for me. And I still work through that even today.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's not something that you can just flip a switch on and turn it off and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to give everything away to everyone. Right before this show, we were talking kind of like what you're experiencing now is like you changed marketing companies.
Yeah.
For the better, but didn't make it an easy process, right?
No, no. And every time, you're making changes, you're making the bigger decisions, you're really trying to determine who's going to get you to that next level. And you also have to realize that you're not always going to be that person that's going to get you to the next level in that particular position, right? Especially if you're wearing all those different hats. Like you can't be the best accountant CFO or the best CMO or the best COO. There's like so many different hats that we wear. We have to realize that it's okay. And then you just work with people you really trust.
Yeah. When you went to this new company or, additional support for your company's growth, did you come at it as a business owner or, your CPA looking at your books going, okay, where are the numbers at and where do I want them to be?
100%. The first thing was the numbers for me. It was like, what return are we getting? Like, does it make sense for us to continue down this road? And the second one was alignment. We follow EOS in our company, and that's really helped me start handing out the different hats and build a leadership team. But were they aligned with where we wanted to go? Were they the best fit for us for the next 6 to 12 months? And that really helped us make those decisions as far as like, it's time to move on.
Yeah, just like anything in life, right? We can outgrow
Mhm.
people or
Mm.
chapters of our
Yeah.
life. Like,
Mhm.
we could bring on an assistant in the early days, and as the business grows, your needs change. And
Yes.
doesn't necessarily mean you have to stay with whomever you're working with.
Right.
Uh, you mentioned EOS. Tell me a little bit about that. What is that?
EOS is an entrepreneurship operating system, and essentially it's the framework of creating a scalable business. It helps founders actually build a leadership team and set up those roles and responsibilities so that everybody's clear on who's responsible for what. It truly has been life changing for me because we'll go into meetings and I'll go to chime in on something and it's like, no, this is not your area to make a decision in. This is their area and you've allowed them to do this. So it's it has been definitely a change, and the whole team has to, obviously come together, and we have some pretty good discussion, but I mean, not that I've been told no, but I've been like, not right now, Gabby. This is not the best, use of either your time or our time. I've had to step back and even have our coach tell me, no, this person is right. Because I'm like, what?
You're like, this is my business.
Exactly. So it has been really good for me to learn that. And I think a lot of founders really don't have that, team around them that you can trust them enough to do that. But it's something you have to build over time. And so we started this journey, it was a year ago this month. So it's been quite a change for me, but it's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I completely understand, I've brought on my own personal assistant finally
Uh-huh.
after, supporting so many business owners. I was like, well, what about me?
Yeah.
Because we do tend to put ourselves last, right?
Yes.
Um,
Absolutely.
that's probably my biggest tip I would give to anyone is, just don't give 100% focus on whomever you're serving.
Yeah. Yeah. Y- The thing is, so we're a fractional CFO and controller, and we really needed that higher level skill set. And at the same time that we went for EOS, I hired a fractional CFO for us because
Mm,
I was like, no, I need to have and practice what I'm preaching,
yeah.
like I have to be walking the walk. I need to feel the benefits of this type of service. And so we have a tremendous team member, Sam, who has come in and really, transformed things and is really giving me the reporting that I need to feel confident to make the decisions that need to be made. And so, yeah, I have a whole different viewpoint now also because I've experienced the same thing.
Yeah, most definitely. It's like we can fully 110% attest to the powers of the services that we offer.
Absolutely.
It's like
Yeah. It's
we're
life
drinking from the
changing.
faucet.
Yeah, 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 for sure. We're yeah, definitely walking the walk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as an author from the Six Figure Chicks Global, you kind of like opened up, hopefully, probably as you never have before. Thinking back on that of like maybe years past, your younger self, like what would be the one thing that you wish you could tell your younger self today?
I think that you don't have to solve all the things yourself, that you can find reliable folks to help you along the way. I would also, this is the vulnerable part for me. Don't worry so much about what everybody else thinks. And I think that's been the hardest thing, because I want to please clients. I want to make everybody happy. And sometimes you can't. So, you really have to find aligned clients that then you could both be happy. And so I think who you work with is so, so important. And, lastly, I think clarity of where you're going. I think so many times I've always seen so many different options. It was really hard for me to get super clear on what I wanted.
Yeah.
So, narrow down, narrow down, narrow down, and get super clear on what you want, so that you can move quicker. So I'm one of those people that just likes everything. So I have to be super picky, super picky. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm right there with you. I tend to say yes really quick. And
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, exactly.
So fractional CFO, like I said CPA earlier, like, is that like, do you encompass like bookkeeping, CPA? Tell me a little about this because like it's a crowded marketplace for
Yeah.
all entrepreneurs out there in their specific industries.
Yeah, no. So I am a CPA. I don't own a public CPA firm, although I did for years. When we switched and kind of rebranded to Mod Ventures, we decided to let go of the public accounting side of it because we're really focused on operational type of accounting. And what I mean by that is that you have historical type of accounting, and then you have accounting that's actually happening now, and then the futuristic. So the tax planning, there's also advisory and planning future. What do you want to
Mm.
see happen in a year? And cash flow forecasting. So those are the big areas that we really hit. And it's totally different from public accounting, whereas in the past, it was very historical. Three things you have to know about generally in accounting in general, right? So you have the bookkeepers, then you have controllers, which is mid-level, and then you have the outsourced or fractional CFO. These are three different types of layers. And generally, what we do for clients is we'll come in and bring in a team. So you'll have a team that may consist of a bookkeeper or an accountant, as we call them, because most of them are degreed accountants. So degreed accountant with a controller, or you'll have a controller with a CFO, depending on the size of the business. So
Mm.
we've built the team, and then we align and collaborate with the client to ensure that the operational goals are being reflected in the numbers, and the numbers are reflecting the operational goals. So that takes more collaboration only because, you might make a change in your operations that affects the numbers. And without you two speaking together, things could get missed.
Yeah.
So it's a big part of what we do working with our clients.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for clarifying that because it's
Yeah.
like one of those things of like we hear these names, but
Yes.
yeah, what do they mean?
It's confusing. It really is confusing because you have people who will label themselves certain things and then you don't really know what that means. So, yeah. And then on the tax side of things, we do some tax preparation and tax advisory. And
Mm,
again, I can get into all the differences between those two, but essentially we help you hold on to more of your cash and help
like
you
that.
plan out the future that way.
Honey.
That's right. We want you to keep your money, invest in yourself so that your future is bright.
Yeah, for sure. And so, bright future, bright days. Like,
Mhm.
what's your song of choice to bring out that sunshine and get you ready?
My favorite song is Unstoppable by Sia. It's a good one. It's super
Yes.
empowering, and I love that song. It just gets me going. So, reminds me how powerful we are. And I think
Yes.
we all need to remember that from time to time.
For sure. I mean, I can hear the song in my head. Like, yes, unstoppable.
Yeah, exactly.
I know I'm going to put it on. So, yes, we'll add that to the playlist for sure. And again, we'll share all of the ways to get a hold of you because I know people do want to know more. And your clientels, do you strictly stay with Arizona or do you go nationwide?
Yeah, we work with clients nationwide. We have a ton of clients in, of course, Arizona, but we work
Mm,
with clients in North Carolina, Texas, California, Tennessee. So we have a wide range of
okay.
clients that we serve.
I love that. So, yes, people listening, if you want to keep more money in your pocket in that bank account, contact Gabby. And, she is a six-figure chick. So she is certified, verified, legit, the best. Okay. So we'll share all your contact details, but what's one great place to find you online?
Well, the best place to go is go to my website at modventuresllc.com and just click on contact us, and you can schedule a discovery call with us. And really, it's just exploratory and getting to know each other. And so we get to learn about one another and see if, we're a good fit, or,
Yeah.
you're ready to make the move.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what it is. It always just starts with a conversation. You're not
Absolutely.
locked and tied to anything.
No, exactly. Exactly.
More information we know, the better. So thank you so much, Gabby, for joining me and sharing your awesomeness with the people listening.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Together we rise, together we change lives. Until next time.